Good morning. Hi, Yvonne. It's good to see you on here. I hope you're having a good day. Mine has been kind of frazzled this morning getting ready, but I'm ready. So, just as an introduction, I'm Jan Faring. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you are here, please leave me a comment so I know you're here. And if you share this, this live video on your play, then on your story or whatever, I will send out the card to one person. I will choose a person, or I will draw a person's name and send you the card that I'm making today. So I have to tell you, Yvonne, Rebecca said she's going to be here. Rebecca, are you here yet? Kind of funny. Anyway, I hear you're going to make cards with her and Diane this morning. That'll be fun. Fun. So we'll wait just a couple more minutes to see if anybody else comes along. If not, Yvonne, you and I will be here together. Oh, hi, Diane. Hi, Rebecca. Oh, we got some people on. So we're going to get started because I know everybody's busy and I don't want to take up all of your time. But we're going to make this beautiful reverse easel card. And I'm going to share it like this. I don't really know how to show you, except that it just kind of pull it up and so you can see it. And I guess maybe this way is just as good. That's better than getting out of the screen. And then it folds up into and goes into an envelope really easy. But I love the way that it's an easel card. So, isn't that fun? So we'll start with, I'll show you the measurements, and I will put them up to the calendar so you can either write them down or take a picture. This is basic white, 4 inches by 3 3/4, and this is for the happy birthday, for the sentiment. And then it will be backed by the Lost Lagoon, which is 4 inches by 1 inch. And then the scallop that is the focal point. This is Lost Lagoon, and it's 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I used the Scalloped Contour Dies. And so this third one from the bottom or top, third from the top, I used that one for this Lost Lagoon. And then it's going to have Pretty Peacock is 3 1/4 by 1 15/16. I know that's kind of tough, but it's the tiniest little mark on your cutter. So on your cutter, if you look at the cutter, I'll show you here. It is the tiniest mark right here. So it's right the littlest mark before the 1 inch mark, or the 2 inch or whatever. So it's 1 15/16. And then the basic white is 3 1/8 by 1 13/16. So it would be the second mark, littlest mark back. And then we've got the Masterfully Made, and this is the designer series paper, 4 inches by 2 3/8 inches. 4 inches by 2 3/8 inches. And then the Lost Lagoon, which will be its backing, is 4 1/8 by 2 1/2. And then again, the Masterfully Made, which is this, it's going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches, which is easy. And then the Lost Lagoon is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And these will go together and be in the back of the card. So this is the Pretty Peacock. This is the card base, and it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. 5 1/2 by 2 3/4. Okay, we'll get started. So first I'm going to burnish these really well. It's important that these are burnished well so it will lay in the best position. And then this piece, which is a 2 3/4 inch score line, will be folded back on top to the top of the card. And I'm going to pull that out and burnish that really well. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on the centerpiece, the inside, and it will go like that. So I'm going to use my adhesive and mount this on the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 piece of Lost Lagoon, and then this will go in on the card base. There, got it even. Okay, now we're going to add this piece. These pieces are going to go here and go right on this upper piece. So I hate to cover up those beautiful flowers, but I wanted this theme this morning. Sorry, too close to camera. There's a happy medium, huh? So this will go in here, on here, I should say. So that's all done. That's your card base. I'll set that aside for a minute, and we will do this. I'm going to, I can put this piece on. I put it in the Pretty Peacock, and the reason that's such odd shapes, odd numbers, is that because I want this to show the stitching. That's why it's odd. On this one, we're going to stamp, and I'm using the texture and inked, I can't think of the name of it, stamp set, and I'm going to stamp the flower, the leaves on that piece. And this is really good and inky. So I'm going to actually stamp off one time because I don't want it quite that dark. And then I'm just going to ink that up. It's a little darker than the other one, but it's okay. Oh, and you know why? I used Lost Lagoon. So I forgot that. So it's just across the room, so I will do the Lost Lagoon rather than the Pretty Peacock. I think the Pretty Peacock's a little dark. So I'll just turn it over. And yes, I do this sometimes. I don't always wipe it off really good. Again, I'm going to stamp it off just a little bit. And there, that's better. I like that better. Okay, so this will go, and no one will ever know that I did it in another color on the other side, right? Inked and tiled. Thank you, Rebecca. Couldn't think of that for anything. So then this is all ready to put on the top of the card. And I better close this, or I'll have it over. What I'm going to do is put that about a little less than halfway up on this is going to be attached to the top part here. So I'm going to add adhesive, and then I'm going to place it a little less than halfway up. Okay, there. That's easy. Now we'll stamp in the Pretty Peacock, and we're going to stamp the Happy Birthday, and the Happy Birthday is from Go To Greetings, which is a gorgeous set. And there, perfect. That's really nice and bright. I like that. And then that will be placed on the Lost Lagoon. Right like that. And then I'll show you a little trick. So I'm using some dimensionals to put this on because this will be what will hold up the easel part. And a little trick here. So I like to make use of all of my, I have a new one and I like to make new, so I'm going to cut off the sides. And I'm going to use this side piece. I can't waste any of it, you know, and that will go really good right along there. And then we'll do the other side, and that will go right along here. And then we'll take off the backing. Like that. And then we'll put this about, oh, maybe an inch up, a little bit more, maybe, right along there. And now we have it at the easel. So that was simple, huh? Real quick and easy. I like these fun folds that are, they look complicated, but they're very, very easy. I hope you like that. I think it's gorgeous. Of course, I have to do more, you know, I can't just do one. So I used, for this one, I used the other colors. So I kind of stayed with Berry Burst, and I made this Berry Burst, and I used the sketched flowers on that. I thought it turned out kind of pretty and goes with it really well. And I stamped that in Fresh Freesia. So this is the other card I made with, and this is also the Masterfully made DSP, Designer Series paper, which you can see they're in the same pack, but they're totally different. So that's the one. And then the next one I made was I used the it's called the one horse open sleigh paper, and I just actually this is one of the online exclusives. Sending Warmth Your Way is from the Horse and Sleigh stamp set, which is this stamp set. And that's an online exclusive. You can get it in my store. And then this is the paper. And it's really gorgeous paper. You can see it's got a lot of scenes. There's one with a deer, and it's got a house that has lights, and it's just really interesting paper. And again, this is it coordinates with the Horse and Sleigh stamp set, and is an online exclusive. And so this is the card that I made, and I used one of the scenes for my focal point there. And I didn't even add another color. I just used that. And this is Misty Moonlight. So I really like that, how that turned out. And then the last one I made is using the Earth and Textures stamp set and the Earth and Elegance Designer Series paper. And this is Moody Mauve and Bubble Bath that coordinates so well with that. And I I masked the vase and then put the whatever they are, grasses out there. I used Pebble Path and Moody Mauve. So I really like how that turned out. Very nice, thank you. And that's the Earth and Textures, which is the stamp set and dies. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to let you know that today the holiday catalog is live. You can now order from it. There are a few things that are back ordered, but yeah, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, it really is simple once you get the hang of it. I whipped out 3 last night just really quick. And and so the holiday catalog is live now, and it's there's some beautiful stuff in it. I'm sure you've seen that. And there are a couple things that are back ordered, a few things that are back ordered. One of them is that all the autumn paper, which is really gorgeous. But it will be, should be back next week, so it won't be too bad. So that's all. Thank you so much for joining me. And if someone else is here and you leave a comment and share, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.